Nier fans, you can all rejoice as a Nier Replicant is coming to the PlayStation 4. No, it's not a Nier Automata 2, however, this is still very much exciting, as I know this is a game that many of you guys missed out on. This was the first game in the Nier franchise, and it was released on the PlayStation 3. It wasn't received the best. I personally really enjoyed it, and we'll go over all the details about this version. Also, we have more details on Nier Automata, specifically shipments and digital sales doing very, very well, so based on that, I think sooner rather than later we will get a follow-up to that game as well. Wasteland 3 has unfortunately been delayed until late August, and there's a rumor going around that Resident Evil 3 Remake co-developer M2 is working on a larger remake project for Capcom. We'll talk that at the end of this video. But first up, so exciting to hear that Nier will be getting a comeback on the PlayStation 4. I've been asking for this for a very long time. So many people had missed out on Nier Replicant, and now it'll finally be given a chance at a second life. However, I am a little bit disappointed that it's not a full-on remake. Rather, this is more so a remaster, but they are changing a lot with the game. And specifically, I should give them credit. They're noting that it's neither a remaster nor a remake, but rather an upgraded version of the game, so we'll talk all about that. The overview of the game from Square Enix notes, a black scroll disease and strange beasts threaten the world. A young, kind-hearted boy makes a promise to his little sister, a 1,000-year lie that would live on for eternity. In the year of the 10th anniversary of Nier, we are announcing that the cult classic third-person action RPG Nier Replicant is to be rebuilt for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC on Steam as Nier Replicant version 1.224744871139. Yeah, that's a little bit of a mouthful. Nier Replicant is the prequel of the critically acclaimed success Nier Automata. Nier Replicant version, you know what, invites players into a dark apocalyptic world as they join a brother's captivating quest to cure his sister of a deadly disease, a quest which will in turn make them question everything. Developed in collaboration with Toy Logic, Nier Replicant version 1. You guys get the idea, brings together an all-star team including acclaimed director Yoko Taro, so he's back on board, composer Keiichi Okabe, and producer Yosuke Saito, who is from Dragon Quest X as well as doing work on Nier Automata. More details were revealed by GamesTalk and Famitsu, again noting that the game is neither a remaster or a remake, but rather an upgraded version of the original game. Development is being handled by Toy Logic and Platinum Games. Takahisa Taura, who was a senior game designer on Nier Automata, is also cooperating on development. It is fully voiced with all voiceovers re-recorded, so you can see that if this was just a run-of-the-mill remaster, that definitely wouldn't be done, but this is seeing a lot of significant improvements. While not being a full ground-up remake, it's definitely an improved version. The release date is still undecided, but Square Enix hopes to release it during the 10th anniversary, so this year. Various new elements have been added, so Nier Replicant version 1.224744871139 will feel fresh, even if you already played Nier Replicant in the past, so hopefully that means some gameplay improvements as well, because that was the lacking element of Nier Replicant. I didn't think the gameplay was like an abomination or anything like that. However, comparatively speaking to Nier Automata, yes, it is a little bit of a drop-off. New characters will appear. There may be new endings, producer Yosuke Saito said. Quote, even I don't know. All background music has been re-recorded. There are also new songs. Yui Ishikawa, who voiced 2B in Nier Automata, and Natsuke Hane, who voiced 9S, will have a small role in the game. Ishikawa's role has already been recorded. The game's Japanese voice cast has already been revealed. I won't go over that. A teaser trailer for the game has been uploaded, and the game is looking pretty nice. I love the art style of the game, and I also love the music of the game. If you want to talk about one standout of Nier Replicant, and you can make the same case for Nier Automata, the music is absolutely brilliant. It is some of the best music that you are going to see out of a video game, and they really did that element of the title justice. So, Nier Replicant will be coming to PS4, Xbox One, and PC, hopefully sometime in 2020. A lot of reason to be excited for that. Again, while I don't think it was as good as Automata, far from it, I still think it's a worthwhile experience, and I think it's a game that if you enjoy Nier Automata, if you like that kind of storytelling, if you like the presentation, the music, and all of those elements really captured your interest, and they probably did if you played Automata, you're gonna enjoy Nier Replicant. Just don't expect that fast and fluid gameplay that Automata had, because it's not quite at that level. But if they price this accordingly, I think it could be a really good buy. I don't think it should be a full $60 release. However, if they price it at $30 or even $40, I think they could get away with a $40 release. I do think it would be quite good, given that Square Enix did release Final Fantasy XII The Zodiac Age at $50, I believe. I do think it's gonna end up being a $50 release, which that would be a little bit of a bummer, but ultimately, I'm still excited the fact that we are getting Nier Replicant on the PlayStation 4, as it's a game that does deserve a second lease on life. Alright, moving on from that, Nier Automata shipments and digital sales have topped 4.5 million units, another sales milestone for the Platinum Games developed action RPG. Total worldwide shipments and digital sales for Nier Automata have exceeded 4.5 million units. Square Enix has officially announced the game was last reported in May of 2019 to have reached 4 million units, so it's still trucking along and selling hundreds of thousands of units every month, or I should say every year, which is quite good, Nier Automata first launched for PlayStation 4 in Japan on February 23rd of 2017, followed by PlayStation 4 in North America on March 7th and Europe on March 10th, PC via Steam worldwide on March 17th, and then Xbox One version of the game did come a year later on June 26th of 2018, and then we of course did have a Game of the Yorha edition. Nier Automata was a fantastic game, and I'm really happy that it did as well as it has, given that I think heading into the release of Automata, a lot of people were unsure with how this game was going to do. Commercially, Nier Replicant didn't do that amazing, so the fact that Nier Automata was still able to be a very, very successful game, obviously from a gameplay standpoint and even a fundamental quality standpoint, Automata was a much stronger game, and I can see why Automata sold much better than Nier Replicant. But now I hope Nier as an IP, Nier as a franchise gets a little bit more of a long-lasting staying power, and hopefully we can see games consistently. While I'm excited for Nier Replicant getting a second chance on PlayStation 4, I ultimately do want to see more Nier. I want to see original Nier games, and I want to see a Nier title on the PlayStation 5. How cool would that be? Not necessarily, it doesn't have to be Automata 2, but something in that Nier universe, and we're talking about gameplay that's reminiscent to Automata, because I want more stylish Platinum Games action-heavy gameplay, high-octane gameplay, but with that brilliant music, the brilliant visual design. All of those elements are so strong that it would be criminal if we didn't get another Nier title stylized in the same way as Automata, and hopefully sooner rather than later that does end up happening. Okay, also, Wasteland 3 has been delayed until August 28th. Logistical challenges in transitioning to work-from-home environment impacted release, obviously, with everything going on right now in the world. Some developers are having to transition into working from home, I should say, the majority of developers, noting, "Greetings all, as with most companies, we moved to a work-from-home environment some weeks ago, and that's of course introduced new challenges that many of us throughout the world have been learning to manage. We've been excited to see the Wasteland 3 beta so well received, but the reality is that with these new logistical challenges, our release was going to be impacted. We're in a great position with both Microsoft and Deep Silver supporting our desire to ensure the game launches in the best possible circumstances, and to add a few extra months to ensure this is a stellar product on day one. With that, Wasteland 3's new release date is August 28th, 2020. That's time we're putting into acting on beta feedback and suggestions, optimization, polishing, and refinement, and making sure we have an awesome co-op experience. We're pouring our hearts into the game, and the last thing we want is to have anything but an amazing launch product we truly believe in. We appreciate everyone's excitement and continued support as we put a few more months into ensuring that on launch day, Wasteland 3 is the experience you've been waiting for," and that's coming from Brian Fargo, studio head over at inXile. So while that's a bummer, I think Wasteland 3 being delayed is the least of our worries right now, and ultimately if they want to get the best game possible, and given all of the challenges that are going on right now, I say go ahead, delay the game. I think August would be a better timetable to put the game out anyway, so hopefully Wasteland 3 turns out well. Wasteland 2 was a very well-received game, and hopefully Wasteland 3 shapes up to be a sizable improvement upon that as well. Lastly, I do want to note a rumor that Resident Evil 3 Remake co-developer M2 is working on a larger remake project for Capcom. M2, which worked on the development of Resident Evil 3 Remake mainly in a support role, is currently working as the primary developer on a larger remake project for Capcom, according to a VGC report. VGC was the first to report M2, a studio founded by former Platinum Games CEO Tatsuya Minami and backed by Capcom, as a co-developer of the Resident Evil 3 Remake back in December of 2019. The in-game credits confirm Minami executive produced the title on behalf of M2, plus named several other M2 employees, including game director Kiyohiko Sakata and designer Teranishi, both formerly of Platinum Games. Resident Evil comes out this Friday, and it does include Resident Evil Resistance, the online multiplayer component. Right now, it is getting some mixed reviews, given that the game is relatively short, clocking in at about 5 to 7 hours, so you're talking about spending $60 on a shorter game, so it might be a little bit of a hard sell, but definitely when the game goes on sale, maybe south of $40, south of $30, it'll be a great pickup then. But very interesting to hear that Capcom's working on another major remake. I would love to see an Okami remake. Yes, we got Okami HD remaster, but how about a full-on remake of Okami? Anything to get me more Okami. Honestly, I feel like I've been beating this drum for a long time on this channel, but nonetheless, sooner rather than later, God, I hope it happens. But we'll wait and see to hear what that is. And that's going to conclude this video. Again, Nier Replicant is headed to the PlayStation 4. Hopefully that'll be out in 2020. Nier Automata is selling very, very well. Shipments and digital sales have topped 4.5 million. Wasteland 3 has been delayed until August 28th, and Resident Evil 3 Remake co-developer and M2 is working on a larger remake project. What could that be? Definitely sound off with your thoughts in the comment section down below. That's going to conclude this video. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.